Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Libero. Now, because I haven't featured the James Sinclair puzzles on Tuesday like I normally do from his Artisanal Sudoku series, I kind of thought I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I am going to do an Artisanal Sudoku one today, but I'm deliberately picking one of the tougher ones that are actually less played. Feels a bit fairer on James as well, that rather than consistently showing you guys simple puzzles where you're watching me constantly struggle with Sudoku scanning and missing some very obvious deductions, let's go for something that's a little bit more challenging. Now, based on the comments consistently in the past, where whenever I featured the harder puzzle where there's extra clues, everyone has consistently said it's actually quite approachable. So I am going for the one without the extra clues. I will have the extra clues handy in case we get stuck, famous last words. But I feel like we're going to be okay. Again, touch wood. Libero, I actually had to look this up. I kind of guessed it means liberty or freedom, but I wasn't sure in what language. Italian, common. Portuguese, although not usually used. Spanish, people would understand it, but really it's because it's got a Latin root. And when you actually see the puzzle, you'll understand entirely why I've gone for the chain idea that's there on the picture. Anyway, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set with Libero by James Sinclair. And you can see the chains that are tying up whatever is in the middle here that we're going to unchain and free. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and of course every 3x3 box. Then we also have cages. The sum of the digits inside each cage must equal to the small number in the top left corner. So for example, if this is a 2, this would have to be a 4 to make sure these two cells add up to 6, 5, etc. Renban lines. So the purple lines contain a non-repeating set of consecutive digits in any order. They're suspiciously long Renbans, and they are 9 cells long. Yeah, so the way to think about this is it's the digits 1 to 9 once each. Simple enough, straightforward. And then last but not least, we've got some shaded squares and circles. They are meant to represent digits in cells with a shaded square are even. So this cell has to be an even digit. No surprise what it would be, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And then the circles, the shaded circles, such as this one, would be 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. That's all the rules we have for today. So, as always, if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And now, with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. So, good luck. Now, a bunch of these cages are entirely forced. 5 cells that add up to 15, and I've actually got 2 of them, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's clearly a play here with the Renbans about not repeating digits, etc. So these 3 cells, for example, are different from these 2. We'll get onto that in a second. And this is 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 5. Of course, it's 5 digits to add up to 35. Any other set of digits will just not be high enough. Any other set of digits will be not low enough. 29 in 5 cells is a bit trickier. If it was 4 cells, this would be forced. This would be 5, 7, 8, 9. But essentially, I have 6 degrees of freedom, which I am not a fan of. So I am probably going to come back to this later. Even digit, not 1, 3, 5. Even digit, not 1, 3, or 5. Even digit, not 5, 7, or 9. And we are almost certainly going to do a bit of coloring here. So notice how I said these have to be different because they're on the same Renban, and I need the digits 1 to 9 once each. So blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Now, we know that these are blue and green. I know that this is not yellow, and it can't be blue or green. This is yellow. So yellow is 2, 4, which is handy because yellow and red are now 2, 4, so these are all 1, 3, 5s. It also means that the blue and green are not 2, 4s. One of these is a red 2, 4. And then the other one is an orange 1, 3, 5. And I sadly don't know which is which. Yeah, I'll just do that for now. Right. Where do we go from here? Of course, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cell can't be 5. I mean, stating the obvious now, but not too sure what's going on now. Of course, 2, 4 in here means this is 1, 5 in the 6th cage, and it's looking at a 1, 3, 5, so that's 3. So orange is 3, and these are 1, 5s. So 1 and 5 go. This is 2, 3, 4. This is now blue. This is now green. Fascinating puzzle so far. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6, 7, 8, 9. So I know that these are 6, 7, 8, 9. And I know they're different. And I'm kind of half tempted to color. Yeah, I am half tempted to color because you can see that this cell is actually this one. Very difficult to see, but I've kind of run out of colors though, haven't I? I'm going to have to use, I don't know, some shocking colors. I'm so sorry about this. So purple, gray, I'm not even sure this is viewable, and then dark gray, and then black. And then, oh, yeah. So light gray, Sudoku says it's different from, sorry, Renban says it's different from black. Sudoku says it's different from all of these three because it can see them. And because this is 6, 7, 8, or 9, it has to be the same as this digit. And because it is 6, 7, 8, or 9, it is not a 5. So 5 is in one of these two cells. Okay. I like it, but I'm not sure where it's taking me just yet. This cell, which is 6, 7, 8, or 9, is obviously none of these. It's in one of these two. Not very helpful. Blue, of course, has to be in here somewhere, and it's in one of these two. Again, not very helpful. I mean, if I know what this color is, this would help, but I don't. I'm kind of, if I'm honest, I'm sort of wondering if I've signed up for a bit more than I could chew today, and if I should be using the extra clues. Let's have a think about the 2, 9 then. So what is inside, sorry, 2, 9, 29. What is inside the 29? I mean, 3 is in here, sorry. 2, 4 is none of these, none of these, none of these. So there's a 2, 4 in one of these two, just like this cell is in one of these two. So there's a lot of overlaps here. I feel like I need to think about the 29 to make some progress here. So I said these two cells are the same. This cell, yeah, I really need to figure out what is inside the 29 because, you know, it really will massively limit what's going on in here. So if I don't include a 9, let's have a think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this... That is still too big, isn't it? That's still 24. 24? 5 times 6, 30. Right. So I can't even force a 9 in here. The only thing I can do right now is say 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I think the 1 is just not going to happen because then it requires 4 digits that need to add up to... No, 1 can happen, can it? If I put 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 30. So 1 is almost like excessive. So I can't even remove that. Yellow is none of these. Yellow is one of these two. You see, this cell just doesn't strike me like it can be 6, 8. You know, it can see 3 of 6, 7, 8, 9. So unless it's this cell, that's another 6, 8. This would be 2, 4. It would have to be the yellow 2, 4 because the red 2, 4 is already on here. I may need to, this is, sorry, so for a second I thought it was an odd digit and I was about to say it's not 1, 3 or 5, it's 7 or 9. No, it isn't. It's not 2 or 4. No, it's, I can only see the red 2, 4, so it can be the yellow 2, 4 or 6, 8. This is not going anywhere fast. Right, yellow 2, 4, none of these cells, none of these cells is in one of these two. I'm not a fan of what I'm doing now. Let's just be clear about that. But I feel like my hand is forced about using some of these flashes. We know that the 5 has a 2 or 4 inside it. Essentially, one of the cells is 2, 4, one of them is 1, 3. So let's keep that in mind, that one of these is red or yellow. Obviously not both. Blue, not blue. So blue and green. Right, no blue. No, because blue could be a 5. I could end up with a 5 in here. In fact, 5. Oh, sorry, sleuth. Come on. 1, 5, sleuth. Not 1. Still don't know which one is which, but, you know, progress, I'll take it. Green is in one of these two cells. Blue is in one of these two cells. Black is in one of these 3 cells. So actually, maybe I should be asking the question, what is this cell? Because it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You can see blue, green, yellow, red, and orange. So it is another 6, 7, 8, 9. But it's not grey, it's not dark grey, it's not light grey, and it's not purple. So it is, and it always was, this cell, 6, 8. Which means this is not, it's even, so it's not 7 or 9. Sudoku says now, well, it's not an odd digit, that has to be in here. That's another 6, 8. And then, oh no, I've got one more color. What is the one more color that I need in here? What? This color, which is none of these, it's one of these two, okay. At this point, I don't actually need the white flash. Yeah. Because it's essentially 3 different colors in 3 cells, isn't it? Dark gray, yellow, and blue. Okay. This cell is not here. Not there. Because it's on the Renban already. It's one of these 3, it's too many. This cell, which needs to be on the Renban, is none of these. Obviously, it's not these 2. They're not 2, 3, 4s. I should be able to color this, shouldn't I? So one of these is purple. One of these is, what's the other color? Is a 5, blue or green. So it's a, if this is green, that can't be blue because that the 5 is in here. The blue would be there. If this is blue, that can't be blue. This is always not blue. This is always yellow. This is always not yellow. So it's always dark gray. And this is always blue. Not sure why it took me so long to see this. So this is my other 1-5. I've only identified one of the 6-8s at this point, so I actually don't really want to pencil mark the rest. This is 2-4, and now I've got 2-3-4 triple. This has to be 6-8, and therefore these are 7-9s. So the dark gray is another 6-8, and that is fully pencil marking this Renban with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is phenomenal, if a little bit hard work. I probably made it look like hard work. Now remember, one of these is purple alongside the 5, because purple's not there. So purple's not here, purple is not there, this is purple, and therefore it is 7 or 9. Now, purple's already one of these two cells, so never mind. This cell, actually don't know where I was going. I just ignore what I was about to say. Like, I don't even know where that thought was going. Loving this puzzle, but I'll be honest, feels like more like a weekend puzzle than the type of puzzles I normally feature for weekdays. This is not the red 2-4. The only place for the red, of course, this is not green. Sorry, not yellow. So this is the only place for a red 2-4. And we said purple plus the 5. So I'm missing one more color. Orange. Which I know is a 3. And then the red 2-4 is not here. It's in one of these two cells. Meaning this is not red. That is orange. And therefore this is not 3. This is 3. I meant to add a flash to this. This has to be now my yellow inside that box. For some reason I'm not. Oh yeah, because Sudoku, and it's on the Renban, so excluding that. Purple's taken care of. This cell, this 7-9 is in one of these 3. So let's just have a think around, what am I missing? I'm missing a red, a light gray, and the 5. And I'm so surprised I still don't know the color of 1 and 5 here. Half tempted to redo the colors just to help, but it's not exactly helping. Because you see the 7-9, the grey 7-9 could be in any of these, which is not helpful. This is 2 or 4. I need red on the Renban, and it's forcing it inside one of these cells. Inside the 29. So that's one of my low digits in here now, which is actually quite helpful given how loose it is. The 2-4, if you remember, I said one of them has to be yellow or red. So we know that there is a yellow in here now, inside this 5, with a 1 or 3. So it's either orange or green or blue. Orange is in one of these 3 cells, and it can't be on the Renban. 1 and 5 are none of these cells. Whereas the 1 in box 6, it can only be in here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This grey 6-8 has to be in here in one of these 3 cells, plus this light gray 7-9. Did I say this right? I think I did. So a 6-8, a 7-9, and a 3. Now, because I've never colored these 2 cells, I have gray. It's not here, not on the Renban because it's already on it. That's gray, light gray. And I made this easier, harder by not having the 7-9 in here. Now, this dark gray 6-8 is in what actually it doesn't matter. This is 3 now. And this is my dark gray 6-8. And 6-8, 6-8. There are no more 6-8s in here. It's 5-7-9, the purple 7-9. I am going to just give it a flash so I don't forget. So let's have a kind of recap around what's left on this Renban. We have what we haven't yet placed. So we have 1. We need a 3. No, we have a 3. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 as in the reds. I need a 5. I've got essentially one of the 6-8s. I need the dark 6-8, the black 6-8, which can't be this cell, can't be this cell, can only be this cell. Wow. And therefore this is my red, 2, 4. And then purple can't be in here. So for purple to be on the Renban, it has to be this cell. And therefore this is my 5. And for 5 to be on the Renban, it has to be in here. And this is clearly not colored. Right, what do I have now? Something that is probably going to help me figure out what these all are to be able to get it to 29. Probably. Famous last words. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're good. So the Renbans are good. They kind of fulfilled their purpose at this point. So really I'm left with the cages, which is not 1, 4, it is 2, 3, and therefore yellow is 2. Red is 4. The 3 is orange. That's helpful. There you go. 1, 1, 1, 5. Beautiful. I'm sorry, it was such a hard-earned kind of separation of these colors that I am sticking to it. I am going to celebrate the fact that I know that blue is 1 and green is 5. Right. So yeah, this 29 cage is kind of the secret to it all to help us unravel this. What is this cell? And this cell for that matter. This is not 2, but it could be 4, 6, or 8. Doesn't feel very helpful right now. And this is not 2 or 4, this is 6 or 8. So I know it's essentially one of these 2 cells. We'll see. This dark 6-8, actually this is the dark 6-8, Sudoku. Do that more often, please, Sleuth. And therefore this is the lighter 6-8. No clue. 4. So is this 7, 9 plus a 4 plus something else? I have no idea. And green is a 5. What am I missing in here? A couple of 7, 9s, which I think is they have, one of them has to be there, because essentially it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 8. So one of these is 7, 9. It's either 7, 9 in, oh, hang on, no, I still need this 6, 8 somewhere, which could still be here, or either 8 of these cells. I've put it off long enough. Let's think about the 29. I already have 9. I need 3 cells that add up to 20. I have a 3 in one of these cells, so I could actually go for a maximum with 8, 9, and 3. If I go for 6 and 7, that doesn't work, because it would require me, it would get to 13 and I need another 7, and that would break. 7 and 8 still doesn't work, because it would require a second 5. So purple is 9, light gray is 7. Okay, so now we've got 18, and now I need 2 cells that add up to 11. The 6 would repeat the 5, which would still break. So that is 8, that is 3, that is 2, that is 3. This is a beautiful puzzle, Mr. Sinclair. Thank you. 8s, 6s, 4, 7 and something, 4, 7 and 5, 4, 5, 7. Not 4, not 5s, that's 7, that is 5, that's 4. Lovely. I am very tempted to, by the way, to clear the colors now, because they've served their purpose, and let's be honest, they are very hard to see. For example, this one. And therefore, these are all 8s. I'm also going to remove the 6s because they're very hard to see too. And I don't need this flash anymore. I mean, I'm going to just leave it for a second. The rest of the colors are a bit more readable. But at this point, it looks like I just need to do some good Sudoku. My absolute strength, as everybody well knows. Right, what am I doing in here? These are 3, no, not 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all there. It's 6, 7, 9. And these cells are, I'm going to say 1, 2, 4. 4 is none of these. That's 4. This is a 1, 2 pair. I should be able to pencil mark these. That includes 9 and 6. These 3 are also known. They are 1, 2, and 7. That is not 2 or 7. That's 1, 1, 2 or 7 in here. Some more Sudoku, please. 1's there, not useful. I need a 3. I mean, 3 is in one of these 2 cells. 1 is in one of these 2. I'm just going to corner pencil mark them as I see them. I'm just looking for easiest fills, so to speak. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest of these are 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, not enough. Five is here, which gives me 3, gives me 1, gives me, I think, 5 down here. Not 5, is 5. And we're done with the colors and the flashes. So this is 6, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9. Can't tell which one is the 6 and which one is the 7 or 9. So, okay, this is not 4, this is 6 or 8. 2s, 7, 2, 7, gives me a 6, 9 pair, 2 more digits that are 4 and 8, and therefore 6 and 9. 2 known digits, 6 and 8, I'm going to say. 6 and 8, and therefore 9 and 7, 6, 9, not 7 or 9, 6, 8, not 6, Known digits 3 and 4, unresolved. Not resolved. I don't know why I started this habit. Like, I don't think I ever used to say that, and now I just can't forget it for some reason. Can't unsay it. 6, 9. 6, 9. 1, 7, 8. 8. 1, 7 pair. More 6, 7, 9s, not 6 or 7, is a 9. That's definitely not what I meant to do. 6 or 7, not a 6, 7, 6. 3 or 4 is a 4, 3, 4. I've got 1, 2, 7, 9. 1, 7, and 9 are all here. That's 2, 1, 7, 1, 9, 7, 2. I've not made any mistakes. 3 for the finish. Phenomenal puzzle, Mr. Sinclair. I'm actually really glad I featured this puzzle. Now, it's a bit of a mistake, I would say, featuring it for a weekday. I mean, let me know in the comments, but I imagine this is hard work for a weekday puzzle compared to kind of normal like weekend puzzles and other normal weekday puzzles. Anyway, let's hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video. I imagine some of you may be using this for a reference, so looking forward to reading your feedback about this. Bye-bye for now.